2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're on the cliffs of La Jolla, California, the famed Torrey Pines venue, and it's our opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. And Beamer, your thoughts quickly here on Torrey Pines South. It is a big boy golf course, isn't it?
It is, and these players are in for a rude awakening because they've had some pretty simple golf courses up to this point. But this golf course, U.S. Open venue, this is going to punch you right in the mouth. There's no holding back here. This golf course is flat out tough. One of the toughest tests these players will see all year long. It's usually damp. It's usually cool. The wind blows off the ocean. It is just all around not fun to play in. I'll tell you what, if you're playing well, you can really find out what you are doing well, and that will help you in the upcoming season a lot.
Well, Rich, that's got to feel good, opening the first with an under-par score.
Oh, and look at that, birdie at the first. 18 under par today, still in play.
And as we head to the next, everyone is chasing Tommy Fleetwood, who currently leads this event. Oh, that was mashed. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Was that, but now it's getting further away. Setting this putt up from a mile away. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This one's going to go pretty hard to the left.
A 7-footer right here. Currently 1 under for the event. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets it set for her next shot here on the 13th.
Oh, this looks pure. Okay, time to return to the action. An opportunity for a birdie here. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is so long, I don't even have words for it. It's just long.
Was that a rush of blood? Putting for a par here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. He's in a tie for 9th place at the moment. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 4th, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Well, that's beautifully judged. This is what remains to get into 7th on the leaderboard. That's disappointing. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
From about 130 yards here, 5 shots off the pace. Unable to find the green on this one.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
And he'll be glad to be putting now. And he needs this to save par. So close. Job done. Let's head to the next. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The 6th hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Hold nu op, det var latterligt det der.
Now just 1 over par. This one for bogey. And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score. This one is chewing fiber.
Oh, how good was that? A chance for a birdie if this goes down. John, do you have any info down there?
Hello, Luke. I'm down here with Max Homa as he gets set for his next shot here on the second.
How good was that bunker shot? Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Hit a house. This one has eyes for the hole. And a touch of frustration popping in there as the putt just missed the hole. And that will drop him to 2 over now for the tournament. The final hole on the outward half is a par 5. Runs right against the boundary fence and it requires 2 big shots.
2 long straight shots required if you want to find this par 5 and 2. If you don't, a nice little layup. Give yourself a good number for a 3rd shot. There is a nice little shelf there. If it pins up top left, watch the spin down on the right hand side. Watch it go in the hole maybe.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair, and I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
This is his 2nd shot. This one looks to be bunker bound, Rich. Not good. Oh dear, that's on the beach. That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Ooh. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. And as we move over to the next hole, Tommy Fleetwood is leading this event. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
Yeah, and not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
Opting for the 4-iron here. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Max Homa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 6th.
Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, that one was zooming past the hole. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now 7 shots behind after that. Rich, in your opinion, is this the hardest par 4 on the entire West Coast?
If it's not, it's certainly top 2. The only other one that I could think that it would come close to is probably the 10th at Pebble, especially with the tee box all the way back there. You know, it's just, it doesn't have the scenery, but it has the demand that you can't geek a drive out there and expect anything good to happen, and you certainly can't afford really to have a bad iron shot either. It's just a strong par 4. Again, different look than what you have at 10 at Pebble, but it's the difficulty is just the same.
6 feet remaining to the cup. Never mind. Go and make a par on the next. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Sitting at 2 over for the event. All right, Rich, the par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Wonderfully played. Always difficult to get a gauge of the exact distance when playing uphill to the green. That's a little wayward. Sitting at 2 over. Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. Well, as we head into our finishing stretch, it starts with the par 4 14th.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side of play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
To my eye, it's looking like a 43-footer.
Ooh. 8 feet to the cup. Trailing by 7 after that hole. 15 works slightly back inland here at Torrey Pines South, but you still need plenty of focus.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Yeah, that was a safe play. Mid-range putt coming up here from about 20 feet. And he's down there. You got a read?
This looks like it's going to go left.
Bit too heavy-handed there.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And stepping up the standings after that effort. 16th, the last of the par threes on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
A long par three, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par three that makes you think an awful lot.
Let's pick up the action at the 9th hole. Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. This one's tracking towards the hole, I feel. This would be a great up and down. Oh, that one skirted the edge of the hole. And this putt coming up for his par. And down it goes. And with that effort, now 3 over for the day. Your ball striking certainly gets tested off the tee here at 17 as we head for home at Torrey Pines South.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Okay, that'll work. Let's catch up with Tony Finau, shall we?
This was his third. Very well done.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
An uphill left to righter.
This one's heading on a pretty nice line, I feel. Yeah, that's well judged. He had the right line there. Okay, let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Maybe going for the green, are we? This would be to finish off the day with a birdie. And with that, his round has come to a close. So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
You bet, Luke. 1 round down, 3 to go. Let's see how this thing progresses.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.